Learn TV. And for today, we're going to discuss another topic about alternative syntax. Uh, if you notice, meron po tayong mga ibabalik dito na lessons or mga command na uh, dinidiscuss natin all the time. Okay? And so far sa ating scripting journeys, we have seen test command. Okay, so ano po yung ginagamit ng test command is to determine the conditional status. Okay, if ever yung ating conditions is uh, true ba siya or false. Meaning if it is false, if it's true, so meaning zero siya. Okay, and then kung false naman siya, meron siyang something error. Okay, ilalagyan niya ng 1. So for us, in this video, we can cover about the test conditions and then parameter default. So in the same time, when in doubt, and then quote, and then yung mga advanced test natin using yung open bracket, okay, and then yung close bracket like that. So to recap, this is how tests look like. I know nakita na ninyo to before. Meaning to say, ito, condition siya guys. Wala man din tayong nakita dito sa ating in-enter na command or nilagay na command. But to test a specific files again, ang command po niya, ang basic syntax niya is test, and then if you're going to check files na host, which is meron talaga to siya guys, di ba? We're going to use E. Okay? E represent here are represent not only the file is existing. It will check na existing po yung files, but he will not right away check if this is a directory or literally files talaga siya. So if you're going to check again na ito po ay files, so kailangan po nating i-check na files talaga siya. So we're going to check F na parameter. So sa ngayon is working naman siya because it's existing naman yung files niya, but he didn't say na it's a file na or a folder siya. So for us to check its file, ito yung check natin, parameter F. But right now, wala tayong makikita dito because it said to us it's already true. Okay? If you're going to add an additional logic sa ating command here, we can do so like this. I know na nagawan ko na to ng ibang ng video before, and then F os, and then what we put here is A, okay? A conditions, and then we're going to use R. R stands here, our condition to check if the file is readable, okay? And then etc host. Ganyan lang siya. Or similarly, you can also use O parameter supported the OR conditions sa expression dito. Yan. So, wala tayong nakita dito because is uh, lahat po, lahat ng mga na-execute dito is it's already executed true. So, for us to check another syntax na we never been seen before, to make it more readable, we can put it this way, like that. Same lang din siya guys sa test na ginagawa natin but in a human readable form. But if you're going to uh, make it more cleaner na code na command like this. Okay, etc host and then we're going to put an A and then R and then sc host host and then like that. Same lang yun siya guys. Okay? Many times, even the experienced administrator, so we use to language element that we accept them as we are. So I feel na Linux administrator will surprise to learn that this kind of command, na shell built-in, na standalone. So if you're going to type on it to check what it is, with what is really look like, we can put it this way. Yan. Ito po siya ay shell built-in and then user bean and then bean. Okay? Alright, to continue, if you notice yung ating dineclare dito sa last command po natin is repetitive, okay? And then hard-coded. Etc host tapos etc host dito, guys. For us, hindi na siya repetitive, so I'm going to use yung variable, okay? Uh, if you can set a variable, ganito na siyang gagawin. I put it already here na file na naka-caps lock and then equal to etc host. And then it's already in the system temporarily. But if you're going to uh, implement it, how it use it, uh, by simply going to put it this way. So F and then file, okay, like yung in-access natin na dollar sign home like that. Pero ito is customized, okay? And then A, R is readable, etc, and host like that. So same lang din siya kung ano po yung dineclare natin dito but not hard-coded na. Okay? So if you're going to make it may output po tayo. So we put it that way. This simply I will put it simply this way. Cut and then we can call again the file like that. Yan. Okay? Uh, it already display yung mga yung in-enter natin. Okay? And since we already mentioned variable, we're going to talk about variable here. Isa na rin yung uh, in-implement doon na file na naka-uppercase. That's a variable that we custom. But we have also special parameter sa ating system natin. Like yung na-check natin na how we going to check yung path. So we're going to echo dollar sign path or yung dollar sign home like that. Yun yung mga special character, special parameter na maka natin. So for us, we can check what are the special character parameter here. So check natin if ito yun siya guys. Yung shell natin is ito 0. So within the option natin, meron tayong special character like that one. Pakita ko lang sa inyo guys, ano yung output niya. So, itong him VHS, ito po yung mga set of options that we can follow. So, yung H dito is the hash shell that allow the program to be found using path. And then I dito is shows that it is interactive shell. Yung M dito is short for monitor, for which allow the use of background bar or VG or FG command to bring the command in and out in the background. V here, this allow the brace expansions or make directory like one tapos do two like that. So meron po tayong mga option here, no? Like the H here is allow history expansion or running command. So we're going to clear this one and then practice po tayo. We're going to open the hello world, hello 4 here that I created. And as you can see, we're going to remove this all. Yan. Oops. In order for us to create a parameter, this is one, and then Z, the name. So if you remember yung test natin guys, no? Dito po natin ma-implement and then we're going to end our argument. Kung hindi siya nag-meet, kunyari, hindi siya nag-enter ng name. So you're going to use this one. Name anonymous. Yan. Anonymous. Then we're going to echo on it. Hello. Name. Exit na natin. Yan. Okay. And then, pag i-run natin siya na walang, kunyari, first is may value po tayo here sa natin, parameter, hello Mac. Pag hindi natin siya nilalagyan, ang default na na variable niya is yung anonymous. Okay? Uh, ito yung mga, we can also make an alternative na name for this alternative default variable by using this one. Open natin siya guys, balik. Uh, insert, tapos op, open open brace, and then anonymous. Yan, like that. And of course, instead, we provide a parameter here. So, tanggalin na natin siya guys. Ito. Op. Yan. So editing that way, if you're going to run this one, same pa rin yung output niya, anonymous, okay? Mark, okay? You observe, if you're going to observe, nawala na yung conditions, at least medyo napaliit yung ating script on doing that way. So this is how flexible if you're going to use this kind of parameter default. Now that we have confidence with our script right now, and perhaps wala nating problema, but do you think that script, the moment that uh, you type a lot of uh, variable and then the variable itself na hindi po natin iniisip na ganito lang talaga siya for our example, uh, we can still found out a, a problem pa rin for our script. Like for example, we have a lot of variable na long string siya guys. So imagine if you have a long string, I'll show it to I'll going to show it to you guys. For example, yung name natin na variable is uh we put it a value Fred or Mark here. Okay. Pag i-echo natin siya with this value, the echo, the value is name. Sa ganyang format, without it na walang problema. But how about if we have a files na we really know na ito talaga yung value niya, hindi siya mahaba, okay? Sabihin natin na meron po tayong files na may space, then we have a problem on this one, okay? If we're going to do that. So, shall we say if we're going to create, to make it clear to you guys, for example, itong uh, mark natin is my last name na ako. Okay? And then we put it to the file na reuse natin yung ibang, yung code natin kanina. This one. Okay? Then, dito tayo magkakaproblema because hindi po niya i-accept yung ganyang kahaba because he will include the space. Marami pong argument kanyang uh, ang kanyang ibababasa dito. So watch guys what will happen to the script. Too many arguments because sa isang argument dito sa dineclare natin na file na marked pa lang dito and then another word na galbuleo dito is another argument. So that's why meron po siyang error na encounter. So for us to resolve that, pwede naman natin siyang uh, palitan like this one. Ang resolution po natin. Okay? Lalagyan po natin siya ng quote. Okay. Yan. At least, meron siyang, hindi siya nag-error guys, di ba? Meaning, nagkaroon siya ng file dito. I mean, meaning dito, if we're going to use this kind of solutions, hindi po natin siya ma-encounter yung ganitong error na too many arguments if we're going to use this one. Kasi na-experience ko rin to siya if you're in the Windows. So, pag nagre-remove lang tayo ng files, for example, yung content ng files natin is Mark Galboleo, ganyan. Meron tayong files na ganyan. Hindi niya mariremove niya. Hindi niya mariremove niya or hindi niya makikita yan. So for us na maging whole number, whole word yan siya, we're going to put it this way. Okay? Like that. At mariremove to siya. So yung mga possible encounter natin along the way, if we're going to have a script na medyo mahaba yung mga natin, mga variable natin. So we need to be very careful on this one. But then, meron naman tayong solution for that, and that it is one of the solutions. Okay, so as you can see, we need to be very careful when going to declare variable na CT8 na wala po siyang space, like that, sa ating script natin, or else it will also trigger error uh, along the way sa ating paggagawa ng mga script. And right now, we're going to check around about advanced features in our scripting, and we're going to uh, see here how to implement regular expression. Like a regular programming languages, they use script programming. They utilize a lot regular expression for them, especially sa mga searching. And dito sa bash script, we can also use that here. So, in order for us to apply, uh, if you wonder na before gumagamit lang tayo ng open bracket for us to use the test, right now we're going to open or add another colon bracket here. So, for example, meron po tayong file dito na sinave natin sa system memory natin, and then he will look it in our system. We know that the significant of a star meaning all, and then yung extension niya. So lahat ng mga Perl extension will be making it true kung meron siyang makita. Shall we say, since we're creating as HS, lahat ng file na may name na, kunyari, hello, lahat ng hello, hello na may extension na HS. And then, ang gagawin ko is, I need to copy the file. So, pag sa, tayo, sa command, we need to use like, that sign. Kasi medyo case sensitive siya on this. And then we're going to put it here sa ating folder. So here's the logic. Hahanapin niya yung word ng file na dineclare natin na variable, and then to all the extensions na may HS, and then kakopy niya sa script. Okay, ganun lang siya, guys. And we're not only limiting sa ganung features, but we can also use regular expressions na we can also add this, ganyan. So, ano pong ibig sabihin nito is yung operator na ima-match niya yung regular expressions. So, I'm going to rewrite yung ating script. So, for example, hahanapin niya yung file na ito. Okay. So, dito yung single dot or period, may special meaning po siya dito sa regular expressions for us to escape. So, escape po to na gagawin po natin dito. And then, I'm going to put it dollar sign. Okay? And then, same pa rin, file, and then, we're going to save it to the script. Yan. So, actually, CP failed to copy because it's not a directory. Okay, it's not a directory. But, nevertheless, so hindi siya directory. Anyway, it's at least they're working right now. It's still working pa rin. So, the following screenshot na makikita nyo ngayon is uh, another logic for this na kunyari yung file hindi niya makita, so we're going to echo in it. So, file natin, since i-echo natin, and then shell not found. Ano, found pala. Kasi ba, yan. So, meaning to say, merong file sa loob ng ating script here, and he will trigger an prompt here sa ating std out na shell found. So that is how regular expression uh, can be used sa ating ano po natin, sa ating script. As for now, we're going to create a script here right sa ating natin. Okay, so much for the regular expressions. As we know na regular expressions is very vital po sa ating script, and hindi po mawawala rin sa ating script yung ating arithmetic operations. So, in doing a simple math here sa ating script natin, so I'll give you an example how to use arithmetic by using this one. I make a variable, and then sa loob niyan is may 2 plus 2, and then ganyan. Okay? Then if you're going to echo in it, yung A, so it will give us a 4. Yan. So ito yung basic arithmetic. So basically, we use the constructor, yung double na parang brace siya for us to evaluate yung arithmetic natin for calculations. And another thing then, we can also use the count, iterate. So, for example, I'm going to make a variable count equal to 1, and then we can echo the count, and it give us 2. Okay, from 1 and then increment by 1. So, kaya may nakuha po tayong 2. So, that's how we can see the result. And as we also achieve yung long-term ham by using the syntax, medyo mahaba lang talaga siya, guys. Same pa rin. We're going to put a count here. 1, and then count, and then equal to count plus 1. So, I don't know kung are you agree with this one na gagamitin nyo to, or mas maigi yatang gagamitin yung plus plus na lang, right? But either of this one can also work. Oops. Yan. 2 pa rin. So, same goes kung gagawin yung negative or other operator that you think in mind. So, ganun din natin siyang gagawin for us to make that. So, another advantages na we can do to our to gain double parenthesis na ginagamit natin to test, we rather having used GT, okay, or negative GT greater than. Or we can also simply use yung greater than na symbols. For example, uh, count, and then kung 1 natin is greater than 1, so ito yung echo natin. Okay? Then I'm going to count, to echo count count is greater than 1. Yan. Oh, did I close it? Okay, mali siya. So we say, cancel na natin. Count greater than 1. And then echo count is greater than 1. Okay, so I think I saw the problem here sa ating nilagay. So supposedly dapat wala itong dollar sign because it's not for us uh to make it work. Itong ginagawa natin is ganito, hindi siya naka-dollar sign. Okay, so greater sign, uh, yun po yung paggamit ng mga greater sign. And also we also discuss also the standard arithmetic tests. And yeah, I think uh probably may nakuha naman tayo. If hindi naman masyado clear ang pag-discuss ko for this one, so maybe you can also comment on this. And perhaps ito lang po yung lesson for today. And again, thank you again for watching, and perhaps I will see you again in the next video.